So the good old fire engine's still here, doing its thing, and we make our way now to the airport. I won't film the whole way because I've done a lot of that, but just the bits that I haven't done before, because that's the way that I wouldn't normally come anyway, and even that will be interesting to look at again and learn it. But it looks as though that the way to go will be quite interesting. It's a nice looking square. Ukotsura. Dvojka, prosím. It's quite challenging actually to get up a steep thing like this. It's tough enough on foot, but then over the ice with a car is not the easiest way. This is a whole area I haven't actually even been up here before. But I can remember anyway.
A větve ať překlenou široký proud. Tam na břehu v dálce teď milý můj stojí. Ach, musím jít za ním, já za ním chci plout. Kde přívozník mešká, jen kde může být. Chci přes řeku chladnou na druhý břeh jít. Teď smutná tu stojím, jak slzy mám skrýt. Když v náručí lásku svou chtěla bych mít.
See the Petrin monument over there more clearly.
Ach, na loďce plout mám teď jediné přání. Kde milý můj čeká, kde stojí tak sám. Dám peníze všechny, i bohatství za ní. Teď, když svou lásku tak blízko už mám. Ať koruny stromů se nad řekou spojí a větve ať překlenou široký proud. Tam na břehu v dálce teď milý můj stojí. Ach, musím jít za ním, já za ním chci plout.
Tram number 22 wants to come up this way. Pochorzelec in the region of Hradčany. quite a valley there. Hotel Pyramid. Interesting architecture there, isn't it? In the line. No idea whether I was getting the tones right or not because I don't know those symbols. Nice orangey building over there. Gorenje. Segway have got their showroom there. Segways are not regularly seen here. Although I've seen some official looking people swanning about on them, but not really ordinary people much. Nice piece of onion dome architecture over there, very typical for the region. So this was a completely different way to get out of the centre of Prague than I've ever taken before, which was very good to have that additional ability to film places I haven't been before. Hope you enjoyed that. A wall going across there by the forest. I'm not entirely sure what that's in aid of.
Obora hvězda.
Obora hvězda? Aha.
Bitva na Bílé hoře.
Ah. So that was from the reason why there's a wall around it is it's a memorial for the old Bitva na
Bílé hoře.
Bílé hoře. So
Husiti.
battle on White Hill. Aha. A kde to bylo?
Tady to je hora, Bílá hora a tam byla bitva.
Aha. A to bylo v druhé vojně?
V 15. století.
V 15. století. A to bylo Husiči.
No, Husiti a to bylo to předtím ještě před Husiti.
Aha.
Pak z toho vznikly Husiti a...
Aha. Žižkov? Žižka. Ano?
No ne, ten tady nebyl, to bylo...
Aha. So it's a 15th century battle.
Šlechta, Češi, Němci.
Němci, Češi. Aha, so it's the Czechs against the Germans. The ruling classes, the knights fighting each other on there. So that's why that's being kept a little bit safe and to one side. Quite smart, isn't it? change today.
Před námi divoká šárka.
Aha, divoká
Rezervat.
šárka. Aha, rezervat. Aha.
Jako
So this is divoká šárka, which means wild Sarah. And it's a nature reserve. And so this is where we come onto the same road that we would be on normally if we're coming the main roadway, the way that the bus usually takes me. That's recognisably that road there, because that also goes by this. And here we have the Restaurace nad Šárkou, which is the restaurant over Šárka or Sarah, I suppose. I don't know whether Šárka is exactly, it's a lady's name and it looks like Sarah, yeah? But I'm not sure it's exactly Sarah, or whether it's slightly different, whether it's a slightly different origin. Because if Šárka were to be Sarah, then Sarah Palin would be Šárka Palinová, which sounds distinctly Czech. Well, she certainly looks better than Madeleine Albright, I have to say that much for her. But that's now, and this moment is fleeting. I'm sure Madeleine Albright had her day as well. I think I shall turn it off because we've seen this before, actually, on my film, and this is about the same as always, with the exception that it's all snow today. Yeah, I mean, it started to melt a little bit during my time here, but then it was only one day in which it started to thaw. The thaw wasn't much, and then it froze again, so maybe there's a little bit less snow there than there had been, but there's still snow everywhere. Didn't manage to thaw out anywhere. Anywhere that there's a field, it's completely white again without any corners that are thawed out or anything like that. It's still better than nothing, because if you get no thaw, and then all of a sudden you get to the point where you get a hot day and it all thaws at once, you know, weeks worth of snow thaws at once, then that's a real strain on any drainage system, and you can probably get a bit of flooding going on. And of course, if you're in a flat and you've got a balcony like mine and the snow gets over a certain height, it will melt above the membrane which protects the house from rainfall, so or the flat from rainfall on the balcony. So you got to get out there with a shovel. And my neighbour, who has no lodger in at the moment, is going to have to come and do her own shoveling, I think. She seems to have forgotten about it so far, so let's hope she doesn't get a flood. I'll have to give her an SMS and warn her. She may not be aware of the risk. Anyway, that's it for today, I think. Unless anything presents itself on the plane, that's the end of this Prague vlog for the, what's it going to be, 15, 16, 17, something like that. I don't even keep very good count of it while it's happening, so something like that. Thanks for watching, and see you on another Prague vlog or something else on my channel in the future. Thank you. Actually, it turns out I do have something more I want to say, and that is that I was in the same place at the same time last week, 1 week ago, exactly 1 week ago, for Thursday at 16:55, and which is about 5 o'clock, just 5 minutes to 5, in the same airport, in the same bay. And of course weather has a lot to do with it, although the weather's not good now either. There's plenty of snow up there in the sky, and it's -4 on the ground, but completely different look. You know, it was a bit more windy, but in the main it was a good deal darker. I think that probably in every week, at this time of the year, every week you're sort of like getting darker about 15 minutes later or 20 minutes later around this time of year. So in about 20 minutes time it'll probably be as dark as it was this time last week on the video, but it just so happens that I'm doing the same activity at the same time every week, and that kind of shows up then the discrepancies or the differences in the time the sun goes down.